Hi, I'm Stacey and welcome to the Book Nook, and today we're going to be going through my September wrap-up. So for this month I just played my TBR game, which is Pick and Mix TBR, which I will link up there and probably down below, which was really fun. It was my first ever round and I got quite a few books on there. I won't go through all of them because, spoiler alert, I did not read all of them. So I'll just go through the ones that I actually read. So to start off, I'm going to do a couple of stats. So this month, September, I read 1,850 pages and gave an average rating of 3.6. I read 5 new authors. One of the books I read had 2 authors, and 2 that were already known to me that I'd read before. So let's get into it. So the first one that I read was Beach Read by Emily Henry. I'd never read an Emily Henry before, and I liked it. It wasn't too bad, but I'm not sure if romance is my genre anymore. It just seemed, it's quite cute and fluffy, it's very summery, and I enjoyed that aspect of it. I did give it a 3, kind of a 3.5, I suppose. So yeah, it was good, but I don't think it was amazing for a romance. I think I need just a bit more in my romance. So that's how I felt about that one. So Beach Read follows these 2 authors who go on, well, one of them goes on holiday and she goes to her dad's old beach house to clear it out. And a lot of stuff has happened in her life. There's quite a lot to this book. And she meets next door neighbour, who she also happens to have met before. And it kind of goes on from there, and it's a love story, but I think it's quite a realistic love story. And I liked it for that reason. I liked that aspect of it. The next one that I read was The City of Dragons, The Awakening Storm, which is by Jamal Yogis, I'm going to say, and illustrated by Vivian Truong. And that I would call an urban fantasy, and I would say it's also middle grade. It definitely leans young children's, and I quite enjoyed it. It was very cute. It follows this girl as she goes to a new place. I believe it's Hong Kong. I'm not sure, but she goes to a new place and is given a dragon egg to look after, and it just follows on from her adventures from there. It was pretty good, average. I gave it 3 stars. The next one that I read was Pet by Kweke Emezi, and that I would say is a YA fantasy, and I gave that one 4 stars because I really enjoyed just the way it was written. Was really good, and I enjoyed the themes and the ideas of it. Probably enjoyed the themes and the ideas a bit more than the actual execution of it, but it was executed quite well. So I've got my little review book here, and I'm just going to read a bit of what I've written because it helps me to remember. So I said it is a really interesting take on what it means to be a monster and how to not judge by appearances and to be vigilant. And there is a trigger warning for child abuse in this. And that I enjoyed Emezi's use of dialect and the ideas of community and responsibility and doing what you believe is right no matter what other people say. And it was quite hard hitting. I would recommend it actually. If you want something to make you think a bit, I would recommend Pet. The next book that I read was The Extraordinaries by TJ Klune. This is an author that I have read before, but I've read his adult works, and this is very much YA. But I enjoy superheroes, so I thought that it would probably work. So for this one, I really liked the rep in it. It has the main character has ADHD, and there's a lot of LGBTQIA plus rep and also mental health rep, and I just thought it was really good at dealing with that. I kind of struggled to rate this one because I did really enjoy the story, but the main character kind of annoyed me a little bit because, to be honest, he was a little bit. He just couldn't see anything else, anything in front of his eyes. And I think it was kind of part of the story, and it was something that I imagine he's going to grow in the next few books. But in this one, it just annoyed me. But I did actually give this 4 stars because I feel like everything else offset it. Like it was good. And let's see what I said about it. So also there's some really funny moments in it, and it has some very lovable characters. Oh, and I did really enjoy the plot, even if I did guess what was going to happen at the end. I guessed a fair amount of it quite early on. But I do think if I was the intended audience, which is YA, if I was still a teenager, I don't think I'd have guessed it all. So I think it works pretty well. And the next one that I read was Tea Dragon Festival by K.O. Neill. And I loved this series. It's so cute. The illustrations are just adorable. It's really quick to read. I do think hopefully I'll end up getting the first one, and then it would be a comfort read, which is Tea Dragon Society. Yeah, it's just really cute. I gave the first one 5 stars, and I gave this one 4 stars because it didn't quite have the same feel to me. Like, it was still adorable and cute and has some rep in it, but it doesn't. The first one just had a little bit more going for it for me, and it's about tea dragons, and they're adorable, and it's just kind of a slice of life kind of look, which is very cute. The last one that I read in September, which I've actually still got the tiniest bit to read, but it's so small. So I feel like I can rate it already. But at the moment, this is Twin Crowns by Katherine Doyle and Catherine Webber. And at the moment, it's definitely a 4 star, 4.5. That's where I'm heading with this. I think it would really need to pull it out of the bag right at the end to get a 5, but it's very up my alley. So this follows a pair of twins. One is Rose, and she's the princess, and the other one is Wren, and she has lived with the witches. And Wren goes and swaps places with her sister so that she can be the new queen. So this I really enjoyed, or I'm really enjoying. It has a lot of rep in it, which I love. It's got LGBTQIA, it's got POC, it's got disability rep, and although I must say that they're all side characters. They're not the main characters, but they're quite important side characters, so I think that's good. this I'm really enjoying, and it is my last read. I've never read from either of these authors before, and I'm enjoying it. And I've heard there's a second book, so I will definitely be looking into that whenever it comes out. So that was my September wrap up. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts down below, what you thought of these books. If you really enjoyed them, let me know. If you hated them, let me know. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!